Hey YouTube friends, today I'm going to do a video about a workshop organization. I'm taking a step towards organizing my battery power tools. And all these tools used to live in that storage cabinet, that filing cabinet, served me well for the past like 3 or 4 years. But because my collection is kind of growing a bit, I'm going to do a French cleat system. That's what I think is the best way to do it. I have a lot of wall space here. However, I'm not going to make a fancy French cleat, everything CNC'd and rounded over and whatnot. I just want functionality that I'm looking for right now, just so that I can grab the tool, put a battery on it, put an accessory on it, use it, put it back. Simple. So let's get going. It's gonna be fun. Now I didn't want to make this video too long, so I went ahead and installed the backer board for the French cleat system. And this is just some scrap plywood that I have. I've cut it to 45 degree, you can see. I used my table saw to do that, and used my SDS to drill into the concrete and basically put the boards in. Once these are done, all I need to do is come up with a functional way of putting the tools on. And I'll give you an example. This one is from my circular saw. That's where it's going to hang on the French cleat. This will support when it's attached to the French cleat. And this is where the shoe of the circular saw will rest. And this cutout is for the blade. And I have a little perimeter here extruding out just to kind of support the shoe so it doesn't slide off, and I added a small dowel there to hold the blades, so it goes on just like that. This one is for my Makita 10¼ inch circular saw. Again, similar design, mounts there, this piece will support, and yeah. This one, very simple one for the sawzall. Again, just nailed together. Put a little bit of angle on it because the handle of the sawzall has an angle. And mount that. This one here. That's good. This one is for the 18 gauge nailer. This is the tool I'm using to put a lot of nails, and you can see this one I guess I used it somewhere else and took it back out, but again, very simple idea. Just goes into the handle. This one is for the hacksaw. You can see it's just a very tiny one, but works perfect. Put it next to the sawzall. There we go. This one is for the SDS. Similar design like the sawzall, with a little bit of an angle because the handles are the same. This will go here. This one is for my M18 light. It's just there so that I can support it so it doesn't slide around. Here. I'm gonna pack them close to each other so that I have room. This one is for the pin nailer. Similar design. But you see, I made the backer piece for the French cleat a little bit taller because this tool is heavier on this side, so I don't want it to tip. That's why I added extra support there. There, next to the other nailer. Perfect. This is for my 3/4 inch impact. Very simple design, just a few tabs to support it, and it's a heavy tool, but you can see I've put quite a number of 18 gauge nails where this goes in, so it's not going to go anywhere. Top here. Good. This one is all off-cut for the ratchet. Just gets in there, and I don't want it to lean sideways, so I added the little 1/4 inch. This is for the 1/2 inch ratchet. Just goes in like that. Pretty simple design. I use the anvil to support it and a little bit of backer board to keep it flush or straight. Another 1/2 inch impact here, the M12 stubby one. Easy to use again. Similarly, use the anvil and that little ergonomic handle to put it there. And you can see I've kind of rounded this over just to kind of match the round profile on the tool handle itself. So it works great. This one is for the M18 multi-tool. Just gets in there like that and should be able to support it like that. In my mind, simplicity is functionality, so try to keep it as simple as I can. This tiny piece is for the M18 blower, goes into the handle, and this has the motor kind of goes extended, but because the French cleat is another 3/4 inch, you'll see it's going to be nice and flush. Actually goes in like that, and now I have this one. So the motor rests on the concrete right there, and that holds it. That blower that I just did comes with accessories, so I want to keep them somewhere close. So I just kind of nailed together some offcut of the 1/4 inch ply that I have so that they mount in there, and this will be on the wall itself. Because they're tall, I'm not going to mount them there. Instead, I'll just put it here. It's pretty easy to use anyway. Just grab that, put a battery on, and push some air. This one here is for the detail sander. I've added a few accessory spots here for it to sit in there. This piece. And a few extra sandpaper. This one is for the M18 drill driver. You see a little profile to match the groove there. Just grab it there. Sit there. Wasn't sure if I should show this because this is too janky, but it does the job. It holds the handle for the hammer drill. We'll see how it goes on. And if it works, I'm just putting it next to it for this one. I'll glue on this, so put it that way then, stay nice and straight. When you look at it from far, you don't notice it. Same thing for the M12. Similar idea. Come right here. There. This is the little M12 1/4 inch impact. Similar idea, just goes in like that. This one I had trouble with it going sideways or coming out, so I added a little bit more so that that anvil or rests nicely on it. And you notice sometimes the tools get close, but that's why I'm going a lot of the M12s here. Gives me a little bit more space. Then this is for the M18 impact. M18 impact. This one is for the router. Router will sit here, and I have some nails that I shot through that I can mount the wrenches in, and one of the circular bases. And this piece here will just mount in there, and you can see that screwdriver that will hold on to it so it doesn't fall off. So this will be the router. Right there. The router can sit right there. Seems to work. This one here is for my 5-inch sander, and it has a few accessories, sandpaper, and the dust bag, and the hose connecting and stuff. So this will be for the sandpaper. The tool will go itself here with the 2 accessories. Then tool itself, somewhere like this. This one is for the M12 die grinder. Just go fit in there, and I'll put a little bit of shelf pin just to hold that tool there. Here with the rest of the M12 stuff. This one is going to be for the jigsaw, and a little bit of another shelf for a few of the accessories. So dust collector, I don't really use it, but I'll keep it. I'll go there. And these extra aligning jigs for the blades, they can go there, and the jigsaw will sit right there. And I've also recessed a hole there or not recessed, but cut through so that if I keep a blade on it, I don't have to remove it when I put it back in. This guy can go somewhere here, right around the M12 stuff. These ones here are for the grinder. You can see that. Grinder will come in and it will go in there. And what's cool is that paddle kind of rests on it, so it will be nice and supported. And these will hold the tools. Come on. And this one can also slide in the hole there. Looks nice. This one is from my M12 inflator. You can see it's kind of made so that it fits into the handle, like so, and will hold against the French cleat here and in that 45 there. This one is kind of my favorite one. I was thinking, how do I mount this tool? I was thinking to make a platform, but now it's so nice and easy. Just kind of put it in there like that. And for simplicity, you can't beat this one for the top off. This is just a small rectangle with a hole in it so that the rafter hook can go on it like so. And once it's in there, close that up and it goes into the French cleat. Let's see how this one goes. Let's put this here. There's some space there. That looks nice. Okay, that's it for the tools. And now I need to put accessories here. Here I have some of the accessories that come in their own separate boxes. Sawzall blades, SDS bits, drills, impact driver bits, multi-tool, some more bits, hole saw, more drill bits for metal, multi-tool bits, jigsaw blades, all that good stuff. So I'm going to put this on this one here. And you can see this is just a bunch of boards that I glued together because I'm making all of this out of offcuts, right? So I haven't really made a dent into my scrap pile, but it's definitely, you know, nice to use scrap wood for these kind of projects. Okay, let's start here. See if I can do it one hand. Nice in the back. I use this ever so here and there. SDS I use. I think these two will go better together. Stand a bit better. This is all the jigsaw blade stuff and the whole saw bits, and the sawzalls can go on the back. A little SDS scraper. Looks nice. All in one place. Put this right in the middle. This one is for all the nails, the 18 gauge and 23 gauge nails that I keep. So just a little stand to keep them all in there. So 2-inch nails, 1 3/4 inch nail, 1 3/8 inch nail, and then I got 1 inch nail there. So for the 18 gauge, and then here's the ones for the pin nailer, the 23 gauge. You can just slide in the front there. If it fits, if not, I'll just yeah. This works fine. This one is quite heavy. It's got a lot of nails in it, but French cleat system is pretty strong. It will hold all of these things. Not much problem. I think that looks good. This one is from my fancy Austrian Forstner bits. It will go onto the wall just like so. Saved one of the best for the last. This one is for some of the brad point drill bits and self-centering bits, kind of some countersink bits and whatnot that I had for a while. Didn't want to throw them away or put them in a drawer. And what's neat about this is you'll see I kind of made it into a drawer slide system. So I think, yeah, kind of comes out and goes back in by putting a groove in it. And yeah, this will hold some of these bits that I just want to grab quickly and use. So this is a good set to keep. And finally, this one can go right there. And what's cool is, again, it slides out and goes back in. So just put some tons there. And yeah, that's about it. So there you have it, folks. This is my French cleat system for my handheld power tools or battery power tools. And I'll do the same thing. I'll try to come up with something very simple but functional solution for all these batteries and chargers that I owe. And yeah, that'll be on another video once I make that. But just kind of to recap, but I'm sure some of you are wondering, why the hell does this guy just use freaking pack out wall mount system and this and that? But I don't find those to be very useful because I find them expensive and they're all kind of, they take up a lot of wall space, I think. A lot of these tools that I have, they're oddly shaped and stuff like that, so I'll need like a big one for them, and it just doesn't work for me anyway, to put it simple and short. I like this one. I think it looks fabulous. It's so easy to use. If I need to use my drill, just pick it up, get a battery, you know, hook it up, take the bit out here. It's so simple. Like, my workflow is so much more efficient when I'm using this. And you know, once I'm done, nothing has to stay on the workbench. I can just come put it right there. It's not a matter of, you know, putting it in a drawer and the drawer is full XYZ. You just put it on a wall. If I don't have a tool here, let's say I put it in a bag or left it in my car or something like that, I'll easily know, oh, hey, reminder, tool that needs to belong there is not there, so go grab it. And having the accessories right here for them is also really awesome. So this is my French cleat pack out video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be making more videos, so keep checking out this channel. You know, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Send me a comment if you like it or don't like it, or if you need some tips or whatnot. I'd appreciate, you know, interacting with the viewers. And you know, you can also subscribe if you want to keep this channel growing and see where things go. So appreciate you. Take it easy and good luck on your projects and endeavors.